Some bags just take over. They're everywhere, they're gorgeous, and suddenly, I want that bag. But here's the thing, these IT bags come with a hefty price tag. It's a lot to spend just to keep up with the hype. If you've ever found yourself obsessing over the latest must-have designer bag but just can't justify the cost, you are not alone. The good news is that today's mid-range handbags rival the look and quality of the most wanted luxury styles without the luxury markup. So in this video, I'm sharing the best mid-range alternatives to the bags everybody's talking about so you can stay on trend without the financial regret. Let's get into it. And we have to kick things off with the Alaia Teckel bag.
This is an Alaia.
And a what?
This bag has been blowing up over the past year. I feel like it is responsible for the very popular, I guess what I would call skinny pencil case with very long shoulder strap style. It's kind of a weird silhouette, but for whatever reason, it works. And it's cute. There's something very, very dainty, very feminine, very carefree about this style. And because it's Alaia and it's not like, you know, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, etc., I always feel like this bag is going to be less expensive than it actually is. This little bag is almost $3,000 when you include tax. It is a hefty investment for what might only be kind of a trendy silhouette, let's be real. So instead of spending nearly $3 grand on the Alaia Teckel bag, as cute as it is, perhaps consider the De Melier London New York shoulder bag. This very much plays into the trend. You got the little skinny pencil case base, you got the long shoulder straps, but I do like that De Melier London, they always add their own kind of branding and twist. They've added that beautiful little buckle that you see on the rest of the New York bags. I do have their Midi shoulder bag and it is beautiful quality, and I would expect just the same from this style as well. It also looks like they're doing this in kind of like a grained pebble leather, so it is going to be rather scratch resistant. It's buttery soft but has enough structure that the bag is still going to keep its shape. I think this is so cute, much more affordable, under $500, and it's definitely the kind of bag that you can take with you during the day, but also, you know, out to a dinner or something more formal at night if you wanted to. The PRADA Bonnie bag. It's been a while. It's been a couple of years since a PRADA bag has turned my head, but the PRADA Bonnie bag, it's got me, guys. There's something about this that I love, where the Alaia Teckel bag was kind of dainty and cutesy, very demure. This has kind of a more distressed, more casual style. Maybe it's the leather. It has kind of like a shiny, crinkled, sort of distressed effect to it. This is the kind of thing that's gonna make any simple outfit look effortlessly cool. But at $3,000, I decided to look for other alternatives, and I decided to take my money over to Coach. This is the Coach Empire Carryall 34. When this bag first released, I immediately purchased it. I'm a longtime Coach girl, and the Empire line from Coach is known for its quality. When these bags first came out, they completely sold out. So when they came out with this smaller, more kind of everyday, more my speed version of the Empire bag, dunzo, it had to be mine. Again, you're gonna see a pattern here. I like alternatives that they still have a similar silhouette and overall vibe, right? This has the long shape, it has the long handles, you got the kind of shiny, crinkly, slightly distressed looking kind of leather. You got the edge there, but this still very much to me looks like a Coach bag. It looks like it's a part of the Empire line. You have the little Coach buckles, which is very much a house code, and I've just really been enjoying this bag. I've had it for a couple of months at this point. It's so great to tote around town. It looks great with some little bag charms hanging off of the side, a little scarf or something like that. And I actually think that the Coach Empire Carryall looks a little bit more understated than the PRADA, which has like the big logo on the front. This is a little bit more low-key in my opinion. And if you're interested in Coach and you want to hear about some of my other favorite and least favorite bags, definitely check out my recent video where I review every single bag in my local Coach boutique. I'll link it down below so you can watch it after this for more recommendations. And by the way, I will have a full shopping guide on all of the bags mentioned in this video linked in the description box down below and on the shopping buttons on the screen. And if you love mid-range handbags and affordable luxuries like me, then maybe consider subscribing to my channel. I upload new videos and guides every single week to help my viewers avoid wasting money on overhyped products and instead find what makes them feel luxurious every single day. So if that sounds interesting to you, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content just like this. The Miu Miu Beau bag. Don't get me wrong, this is a very cute bag, okay? It's very cute, and I'm sure the leather is divine. But somebody please explain to me, how is this bag $3,500. Even the canvas version is $3,000. This is a very simple bag. Like, there's not really much to it. And then after that, you most certainly have to spend more money on all the bag charms that you're gonna hang off the handles. Instead, I would go for the Coach Swing Zip Satchel. This is gonna have that same very simplistic type of silhouette. Looks super cute with tons of little bag charms and labubus or whatever you wanna hang off of the handles. But again, it still very much looks like a Coach bag. And what is really special about this that I don't think a lot of people realize is that this comes in the beautiful, delicious Coach glove tan leather. This is what Coach is known for. Coach was founded in 1941 in New York, and they started off by making baseball gloves. Glove tan leather. Eventually, Coach started making wallets, then handbags, and the rest is history. This is some of the highest quality leather that you're going to find at Coach. Not to mention that it's also leather lined, all for $400. Bonus, if you like the Miu Miu Beau bag, I would also recommend the Tory Burch Marshmallow Satchel. And I wanted to recommend this because the Coach Swing Zip, it does have a little bit more structure. It's more of a kind of rigid leather. If you're looking for more of like that mooshy, smooshy type of effect that you get from the Miu Miu Beau bag, the Tory Burch one is a good one to take a look at. This is made of soft and supple Napa leather, and it does have a little bit more of that, well, marshmallow type of shape. The Miu Miu Adventure bag. Yes, another Miu Miu bag. What can I say, guys? They're really hot right now. Now, where the Beau bag is a little bit more simple, streamlined, some may even say girly, the Adventure bag kind of looks a bit more, how should I say, lived in, maybe rugged. It looks like a very well-loved bag. I can see Mary-Kate Olsen strutting down the streets of New York with this. The Beau bag is Ashley and the Adventure bag is Mary-Kate. And the affordable alternative that I would recommend is the Songmont Your duffel bag. This comes in a beautiful roomy medium version, but there's also a little medium size as well if you like something a bit smaller. Somehow Songmont has made me think of the Miu Miu Adventure bag when I see this line without really copying anything from Miu Miu. This definitely looks like a Songmont bag, but it really just gives me that same kind of like lived in, casual, almost rugged sort of vibe. And I think a big part of it is the leather that they have used. These are made with vegetable tanned leather, which I love for its very kind of natural look, but also as this bag gets older, the leather just gets better and better. It really develops a lot of personality. Vegetable tan leather is very highly regarded by leather tanners. It's kind of like the top. I mean, especially if you're looking for that more natural leather type of feel, these bags do seem to be higher priced than some of the other Songmont bags, but I definitely feel like it is warranted given the quality of the materials that they've invested in. The Ferragamo Hug Bag. I don't know why. I wasn't expecting this bag to be the it bag for Ferragamo. I thought for sure maybe like the Wanda, maybe a resurgence of the classic top handle, but no. The Hug Bag has taken over, and I can definitely see why. It's a very unique design, but still classic in a way. It's still kind of like a tote bag after all, made of the most beautiful premium Italian materials. However, I have found a mid-range option that I actually like better, and I'm going to explain why. This is the Emily bag from Les Teneurs. I think this bag looks so casual chic. I think it's so cute, and I'm not even really much of a tote person, but I think this looks very elegant. You still have the kind of the little arms of the hug that you get from the Ferragamo bag, but this is gonna be more of like a traditional square rectangle shape, and I guess that's kind of why I like it better. I find the hug bag to look and feel a bit bulgy, a bit bulky. It has that rather large top handle, but let me know down in the comments if you feel this way too. I find that the top handle on the Ferragamo hug bag, it's like not short enough to be a top handle, but not long enough to be a shoulder carry. It's like this awkward in between. So if you were to wear this bag as a crossbody, it would kind of like almost poke into your side. I don't know, I find it to be a slightly awkward design. The Emily bag, however, this seems to be more proportional to the way that the bag is supposed to be used. The leather looks so buttery soft, and I really like that little peak of the soft and suede nubuck leather that they have on that kind of outside pocket just adds some richness and texture to the overall look of the bag. And not only that, this bag also comes in kind of like a softer, slouchier shoulder bag type of style, just like the Ferragamo soft hug bag. So they have an alternative to that as well that goes over the shoulder, and I love that one even more. The Loewe Flamenco bag. This is Loewe's take on a classic pouch style bag, something that you can wear as a crossbody during the day, but then as a little clutch during the evening. This is undoubtedly good quality. I mean, it's Loewe, but it's also a very easy style to replicate, and at over 300K, I don't blame anybody for looking for a more affordable alternative. And for that, I would recommend this little cutie from Strathberry. This is the Charlotte Drawstring bag. Again, I think when you're doing more of like a simple silhouette, you really need to have good leather. It's gonna be the quality of the leather that really makes the bag. And this one in particular is handcrafted by artisans in Spain of supple Napa leather. And you can tell from the photos, this looks so luxurious, but at a much lower price tag. It also comes in some really beautiful chic colors, of which I am personally eyeing this rich and bold oxblood, something that's kind of a color, but kind of a neutral, and this gorgeous soft stone blue. The Bottega Veneta Sardine bag. Oh, this has been on my wish list for a while now, and I get it. This bag is not for everybody. I mean, it literally has a sardine as a handle, but that's why I love it. I love that bold, chunky hardware of the sardine handle, contrasted with the soft and mushy Intrecciato woven hobo bag. However, this is very much a statement bag. It's not a very practical bag. I mean, you can watch the reviews of this on YouTube. It's not a very practical bag, so why spend so much? Instead, I would recommend the LME Boomerang bag. Now, this brand is new to me. However, I'm very much considering buying one of these bags. It is just so hard to choose which one to get because they come in so many beautiful styles and colors. They actually do a woven leather one. It almost looks like it's crocheted. I feel like that's kind of hard to pull off and still have really nice quality for an affordable price. So I'm very much eyeing that one. It also comes in a gorgeous solid leather and surprise, surprise, a rich and luxurious looking suede. I love the cognac and the khaki colors. Those are the ones that I'm leaning towards. I love that this is not an exact copy, but you still get the same aesthetics as the sardine bag. You have the chunky statement handle, which isn't a sardine, it's just like a plain handle if you like that better, contrasted with a more supple type of material for the bag portion. Even the like woven crocheted styles are still made of 100% lambskin. So it seems like even those are gonna have a little bit of like mushiness and slouch if that's what you're looking for. This bag comes in a couple of different sizes in addition to an east-west type of shape. Now, if you're looking for something like this that is a little bit more secure, then I would recommend the Mansur Gavriel Hera bag. It looks very similar, kind of slightly different proportions, but same type of aesthetic at the end of the day. This one comes with a zipper. So if you really need something very secure, maybe you're like in crowds, in urban area, you ride the metro, all that kind of stuff, then I would check out this one from Mansur Gavriel. They're one of my favorite mid-range bag brands. I have been wearing their stuff for pretty much 10 years at this point, and I can really speak to the quality. I particularly love this beautiful kind of golden suede one they have going on for this season. So definitely check them out if you want something that has a zipper. You knew we were gonna get here. The Row Margot bag. It's still hot, guys, and I don't think it's going anywhere. This is probably gonna be less of a trend and more of a classic in the long run, but the Row Margot bag undoubtedly is still a very hot bag. However, it's a pretty like simple style to replicate. A lot of the alternatives, I don't think they do a good job of replicating the quality of the leather of the Margot bag. That is really what shines. So what would be the ones that I think do the best job of emulating this super trendy bag? And I actually have two recommendations for this. The first one is once again from De Melier London. This is the De Melier Hudson bag. I think that this does a good job of replicating the overall shape, but I do like that little extra buckle detail. I think it gives it a little something something. This is made of gorgeous, beautiful, soft Italian leather, and I think especially the mocha suede. That is giving me the Row vibes for sure. This bag also appears to be more structured than the Row Margot. So if you're gonna be using this as like a work bag, if you're gonna be toting this around the town, maybe putting like your laptop in this bag, I don't know about you, but I actually would prefer something that has a little bit more structure because the Margot seems to be a bit floppy. So if you want a work bag, I think that this is a really great, more affordable alternative. But don't worry, I got you. If you are looking for something a little bit more supple, smooshy, puddly type of leather, then I would recommend the Oak Tote from Florent. If you've never heard of Florent before, they are a Parisian brand. And I actually discovered this bag when I visited their boutique in Paris last year, and I was very impressed. This is also made of Italian leather, but this is going to be, like I said, a little bit more like supple, a little bit more malleable if that's the type of feel that you're going for. And I mean, I've said this before every single time I talk about Florent, but their bags come in so many beautiful colors. The Oak Tote in particular comes in a gorgeous array of neutrals. You have literally every single undertone and neutral that you could think of. So I like that they give you a lot of options for colors as well. The Totem T-Lock bag. I want this bag. I have been wanting this bag for a while, and I keep forgetting, just like Alaia, I keep forgetting how expensive Totem can be. It's not a super high-end luxury brand, but this bag, it's still $1,400. That is a lot to spend on a handbag. I want it so much, but don't worry, I did find a beautiful alternative. This right here is the Hannah mini bag. This is from a brand called Flattered. I've recently discovered them, and I'm very interested to try out their stuff. They are a Scandinavian brand. They actually started off with ballet flats, and then they've slowly moved their way into bags and other accessories. All of their handbags are artisan made in Spain, Portugal, and Italy. The Hannah bag is crafted in Italy of calf leather, so I think it's still gonna have that kind of slight slouch that you get from the T-Lock bag, but still quite a bit of structure, and it's just beautifully smooth and going to get better with age. It has the little top handle, but also a crossbody strap, and I actually really like the touch of hardware. It kind of gives it some personality and some very unique branding. In particular, I am eyeing the burgundy and the khaki shades. The Chanel Mini Backpack. I don't know if there's an official name for this bag. I'm just calling it the Mini Backpack because Chanel has been bringing this bag season after season in so many cute, delicious, fun colors. They're really bringing back the kind of Y2K vibes. What better to do that with an adorable mini backpack? But at the same time, this is kind of like a playful bag, a cutesy bag. It might not be your everyday work bag or your functional crossbody, so do you really want to spend close to $6,000 on a Chanel mini backpack? Maybe not. And if you fall into that category, I would highly recommend checking out the Coach Tabby backpack. They are similarly doing these in so many cute colors season after season. I particularly like the denim style, and I also really like the baby pink one with the silver hardware. They're so cute, guys. I've seen these in person many times. I've tried them on at the Coach store. The leather is super soft and puffy and cutesy and sweet, and it's actually a pretty practical bag. In fact, maybe even more practical than the Chanel one, because this one you can also wear crossbody. So I really like that functionality. It's not too expensive, especially compared to the Chanel, and a really great way to celebrate that trend without going over budget. Comment down below and let me know what are some of your favorite mid-range handbags right now. And if you like this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe, or better yet, go watch another video. Up next, I'm trying and reviewing every single bag from Paul Len.